guys, it's Megan, aka Simply Simmer. Today I'm showing off my latest build from Disney's Monsters University. This house is the Oozma Kappa Fraternity House that Mike and Sully are living at, and since this house is actually Squishy's mom's house, everything is super wholesome and cozy and cute. It was really fun to put together because I love smaller houses where I can clutter everything up and make it feel really lived in. The hardest part of this exterior was definitely the roof. If there's one area on buildings that I could be better at, it's roofing. I think I made it work though. I hardly ever use the chunky roof trim because I think it looks too bold on most of my designs, but since this house is kind of cartoony and goofy looking, it really added a lot to the overall appearance. I think this build works great with the new release of Sims 4 Discover University. Oozma Kappa's colors are green and gold, which are also the colors for Brightchester in the game, so in the areas that they have their fraternity flair, I really lucked out on getting the right color scheme. There's a lot of areas in this house that are never really shown during the movie. I went ahead and left these areas empty for this speed build, but if you're interested in downloading this lot in-game, you can definitely make it your own by adding extra rooms and making it work for your sim family. If you do this, feel free to let me know in the comments what you did. I love all of the new items that came with Discover University, especially the items that are supposed to be made for the Brightchester campus. I think the older style really works for this living room. The armchair in the corners from the new pack, and it's just so cozy and snuggly. And as I was watching the movie for the sole purpose of studying the background, I realized I've never noticed how many exposed pipes are in this house. I was super excited because I hardly ever have a reason to use these old galvanized pipes, but they're featured in almost every room of this build, which is awesome. I love finding new ways to use items that I generally don't use, and they actually look really cute in this house and they add to the cozy and rustic feel. Another pack that really came in handy for this was cats and dogs. Most of the furniture in that expansion is farmhouse-esque, which fits perfectly for this small living room. When I was putting this table together, I must have been looking at it from a weird angle in the movie because there's actually only one lamp on the table and not two. I do fix that before the final walkthrough though. And I really wish Sims 4 would come out with some type of bunk bed situation. I tried almost every bed in this game before I finally decided to come up with this one. I don't believe Sims can actually use this in-game since this one is technically floating and they're both sized down a lot. So if you're downloading this for gameplay, you'll need to delete these and add a regular bed to this room. I don't think I've ever used the treasure chest the entire time I've owned Sims 4, so it was pretty neat to have a good reason to use it here. It might be too small to see the details, but I sized down some of those giant kids' toys that look like monsters, and I added them to the shelves. I believe the cardboard box of clutter by the mirror is actually a debug item, but I actually use it a lot in cluttered rooms like garages and basements. It seems like they threw Mike and Sully in a spare storage room, so it works really well to have a few random boxes in there. In the hallway, I was able to use some more of those galvanized pipes, which I never thought I could actually find a cute use for. The other rooms up here could be used as extra bedrooms and maybe put a bathroom up here as well. They never really specify in the movie, so it's completely up for creativity. The yard was really fun. It's still very suburban, but if you notice in the movie, there's actually a tree with what looks like giant bug cocoons growing on it. So when I was placing the different plants, I tried to find one that looked kind of creepy and crazy. I believe the tree that I kept for that was from the Jungle Adventures pack. The basement was my favorite part. Like I mentioned earlier, I absolutely love adding clutter, and this basement was clutter, clutter, clutter. I've also been really excited about the stairs update. Honestly, without that update, I don't know what I would have done about this basement because the stairs on the next level are directly above these stairs, so it wouldn't have worked just right otherwise. Lately, I've been using the new bicycles as decoration items more so than their actual purpose as transportation. I added one in here and it works really well as clutter in this basement. I think in my fuller house build, I shrunk one down to use as a statue on Max's shelf. I'll drop a link to that video so you can see how it looks as decor. I also made sure to add the giant candles in the center of the room as an Easter egg from when the Oozma Kappa brothers initiated Mike and Sully into the fraternity. We're coming up on the end of the speed build portion, so make sure to stick around for the final walkthrough, and if you liked what you've seen on this build, please subscribe and click on the bell to see the latest new videos from my channel. See you next time!